Cam Barr for Canada's Mortgage Minute on Wednesday, July the 10th. Well, it would appear that the fat lady is not sung just yet. She may be warming up somewhere, but when it comes to the housing starts in the Canadian market, she's nowhere in full roar. The housing starts were actually higher in June than the analysts had been predicting. And the figures also for May were revised upward as well. And the analysts had predicted about 187,000 housing starts in June. However, the market came in basically almost at 200,000, so certainly a bigger jump than they expected. And the latest data is coming out about a year from the time when the last mortgage rules were implemented, the last changes happened. And they were all brought in, as you'll remember, to basically keep the market a little cooler, dampen the activity, because the idea was that we didn't want to wind up in a US-style housing bubble. And this was the fourth set of consecutive changes since the housing crisis began, or basically since the subprime meltdown 2008, so it's been an ongoing progression. And as I alluded to yesterday, there's more happening on that front. The reality is that the market keeps defying the skeptics. I mean, the bottom line is there's a lot of folks who are waiting for this market to just plummet and crash, and it hasn't done it in spite of Mother Nature with what's happened in our weather and labor unrest and all kinds of different factors. It would appear that the market housing just keeps on hanging in there. And the sales are basically finding a floor in the last few months. I mean, as I've shared with you over the Mortgage Minute, sales are leveling out, and the prices, appear to be hanging in as well. I mean, there's definitely markets and pockets where the prices have dropped, but overall the demand is still there, and we're headed for that soft landing, or that progressively gradual, soft landing. Basically starts of single-family homes, urban homes, decreased by 4.1% to about 62,743 units. Starts in the multiple urban start segment, which includes Toronto's once booming condo market, decreased by about 2%, so nothing dramatic there, to about 114,000 units. Across this land, urban starts increased in the West Coast, basically in BC, where we are, but fell in other regions in Atlantic Canada, Ontario, and Quebec. Home building itself was probably, a mild contributor to the second quarter of economic growth overall, rather than being a drag. So that's the good news. As like I said, the resale activity seems to be holding up. The new home construction seems to be, keeping its own. And overall, it's contributing to an economy that still keeps on moving it forward, especially in the housing market. It's limping. Well, I guess for a lot of us, or a lot of folks who are looking for it to just basically be doom and gloom and crash, it's doing better than just limping along. It is moving along. Now, however, they still see housing sales in the last quarters still softening basically into 2013 and early 2014. Demand, according to the analysts, will still peter somewhat more. It will continue on that slow descent, or that soft landing. We will see. I mean, it's that's the beauty of time. We can look back past these videos, and I can look back in time and say, okay, they were predicting this, they were predicting that. We've had analysts a year ago, when we started doing the Mortgage Minutes, talking about a 25, 30, 40, even 50% crash in the market. So far, like I said, we haven't seen it yet. Could it happen? Hey, you know what? I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I would be sitting on some mountaintop making oodles of money and probably vacationing in Hawaii. However, all I can see is from what I see out there now and all the numbers that come out, we are in that soft landing. The activity from where I sit in Victoria, we still have lots of demand. Folks are still out looking and buying homes. Houses are still getting some multiple offers if they're priced well. So the bottom line is, it seems like we're still in a reasonable market. If you do need help real estate-wise, don't hesitate. Give us a shout at the Auxilium team. It's Cam the Mortgage Man. We're always ready, willing, and able to help. And hopefully where you are, the sun is shining. I know it is in Victoria. And that's it. What can I say? But I will see you tomorrow.